Hey, what's up everyone? Dragon back in with another edition of Fantasy Commentary. Today we are watching the Neverending Story. Now, when you see the Warner Brothers logo forming on your screen, that is your cue to start listening to us. We're going to kick things off in 3, 2, 1. Hello! Welcome to the edition of Fantasy Commentary. Today we are watching the Neverending Story.
That was actually part of the movie, guys?
Yep.
That was, couldn't you tell? That was just a song playing, clearly.
Yep.
So I haven't seen this movie in over half my life years.
You're in for a treat.
And over half my life years. This is one of the films that when we thought about what kind of commentary series we want to do after the kaiju commentary with, like well, let's do maybe a fantasy commentary. So what would we watch? And Neverending Story was like one of the first films.
I think you should put Your Highness in there.
We probably will.
It's a very fantastical, story.
A worthy successor to the legacy that is the Neverending Story.
Yeah. I'd say so.
So this is how they used to do clouds in the 80s. It was a dye that they would put in water to create like this effect.
That seems like a lot of work when you could just CGI it.
Oh, well, here's the thing about the 80s. We had a lot of things in the 80s.
I'm still surprised this
CGI,
movie came out that long ago, and I've seen it.
I know, I was surprised, because normally you haven't seen anything that we showed you.
But when I was younger, I watched a lot of movies. It's just, I don't remember them because my memory is shit. That's really the problem.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch a lot of movies.
I mean, I feel like everyone has this Neverending Story.
Klaus Doldinger. What a name.
That's a name. I love that name. I want to marry that person. Klaus, if you're out there, I'm interested.
I mean,
Put a ring on it.
30 years older than you.
You don't know that. He could have been...
Probably 50 years older than you.
He could have been very young when he made this movie.
Even if he was a baby when he made this movie, he'd still be 30 years old.
Yeah, I'm sure there are some babies that have produced movies.
Yeah, I was a baby when this movie came out, so the minimum we're talking is 34.
So you'd have to be 54.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
You like those silver foxes?
Yeah, no, this is
Plus the name Klaus is pretty awesome.
It is
Sorry.
pretty good. I know, this is classic 80s kids dream where being able to go to a magical world. And this is back when kids read books too, by the way.
Yeah.
What's a book?
Exactly. Now this kid would be on Twitter to see if he's trending.
Why
or
does
whatever.
that orange juice look so delicious?
Because
It looks thick.
It's in a special
Weak. You little bitch.
thing.
Stupid little
Picture?
bitch of
There we
son.
go. I found the word.
Jesus.
Of course he's going to blend it. Why is he blending it?
Because he's a man on the go.
No son of mine will fail at opening the jam.
No.
Was that not orange juice?
It was, but he's getting this is days before protein shakes when you just have to literally just make a protein shake.
Ew. And you see he's got some
Wait,
shitty instant coffee to the left there.
Yep.
Yikes.
Ugh.
This is why they clearly need a
Have you ever
mother in
eaten eggs,
life,
Roll?
Okay.
I have, but I've eaten them when they're
Have you ever eaten
under
them
the
with
heat
salmonella?
lamp after.
No, I just mean like you cracked an egg in your mouth.
No, I've never done that.
What
Not
bitch.
insane.
What a little pussy.
Apparently.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
God,
Said the
your dad is such a dude.
60-pound guy to the 260-pound guy.
I weigh way more than that, thank
Look
you.
how he's trying
Okay.
to butter that bread.
So can we.
Not proudly, but I do.
This poor child can't even butter his own bread properly.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop being a little bitch. I'm sorry. I just have that scene stuck in my head.
I can do that.
Good
I
Lord!
can
That
do
freaks
that
out.
too.
Damon!
Look! Oh gosh, I'm a little drunk, so it's a little different. It's fine. Look!
God
Ah,
damn.
look at that!
Oh, what a fucking loser. Doesn't know what
Being a bastard
unicorns
twins.
are.
Jeez.
Even though I'm
I was you realize people no one can see what you're doing at all right now.
I was doing exactly what he did, people, but better.
Being a bitch at opening a jam jar.
Sure.
But better.
You little bitch.
What's with you two? Jeez.
Dude, I have that
Hard
Letterkenny
skin.
scene stuck in my
You
head.
started it.
Little pussy.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep, Dad. Yeah, no, this is one of those movies where, as a kid, like, again, it was like standard viewing. You had to watch Neverending Story. Especially when it came to, like, fantasy movies.
I really don't remember any of this.
Oh, God, this is like... Yeah, when it came to, like...
Look at his Superman Ziploc sandwich bags right there. This kid's cool.
Yeah, that was a nice talk,
son.
We should have more.
A giant bar of peanut butter.
I agree, we should, Father, since you're my dad.
I agree, Father, if that's your real name.
God, every 80s movie had to have the bullies.
Why does that kid in the middle look so familiar?
He's been in a few other things, I think. Like, do kids still bully other kids in person, or is it all online now?
I don't know.
I believe it still happens.
Does it still happen? I didn't know if it's like...
I feel like the majority, though, is probably cyberbullying.
Like if they saw him and they didn't like him, they would, like, pull out their phones now and just start, like, tweeting him really nasty tweets. Like, you suck, you're a nerd. Like, that's how they bully now.
Chicken.
Hey, if the worst you got is some hay...
Yeah, in the city street dumpster, I
was gonna say, like,
The fact that they waited... This poor kid. He's so adorable, though.
Get back in
What kind of
there!
backpack is that? I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
He's that kid who comes up with his dad's old suitcase.
This is why, as a child, I fashioned crude weapons out of sharp sticks and nails and knives. Because,
Do you have skeletons in your closet?
I haven't found any yet.
Just literal ones. Emotionally, I'm A-okay.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Now, look at this ancient relic of a building. This is what we call
Is this a museum?
bookstores. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what is a book and what is a store? Well, let me tell you. It'll take the duration of this film.
So you might hear our cat meowing. She wants attention.
Rectangular objects. These are known as books, you little bitch. He instantly got perked up. This kid knows things.
Come forth, child.
You
Tell
are
me-
the chosen one.
Tell
You
me more
lead
about
my
your knowledge
people.
of books and the beep boops.
Cause they're mean.
There you go.
Violence is the answer, child.
I mean, this is the 80s. Violence was the answer, and that's how we...
Well, I mean, that's what you say to a bully. You don't let him get away with things, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's why in the 90s we realized a lot of this shit didn't work, so we were all in therapy. But in the 80s, man, it was just like, let that shit fly.
If someone bullies you, you fucking fight back.
Yep.
Especially if you're outnumbered. 3-1. It's fine.
Yeah,
Hence
you
the
just...
crude fashioned weapons.
Have you ever done a windmill punch? My dad taught me that one.
Impenetrable defense.
Caruso.
Bummer, huh? No, I've never tried acid.
It's pretty good.
Cats are very vocal about the Neverending Story, apparently.
She's trying to sing, just like I was.
I'm trying to the opening.
Is this like an
Damn it,
everlasting gobstopper?
What?
Is this like an everlasting gobstopper? A never-ending story? Right? Is that...
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So here's my thing. So the guy is reading the book. So does that mean every time he's reading, his eyes go blank and he goes in Neverending Story?
That's what I was wondering
Like,
too.
is that what he's literally doing? Like,
It's just a hollowed out book and it's like meth inside.
oh god.
Oh no! This poor child is gonna get hooked on drugs.
It's all,
Get them young.
to be fair, this movie does feel like a trip of sorts.
Oh yeah.
Like a field trip?
Yeah.
Sure.
Get the fuck out.
I'm gonna steal your book now.
You
You'll be
saved
back.
me.
Thanks for stealing from me, kid. Good job.
You have released me from the story. Now you are the story. That was a fast note he wrote.
I know.
Nah,
I like how he
his
feels
life was
proud though.
crime.
Like, yes, I will get this kid addicted.
And I like
to
how he's
books.
fucking hiding it under his fucking sweater.
It's like a tome. It's not like a book.
I know.
It looks like you cast spells out of it.
Literally as big as his fucking whole torso.
It is as big as his whole
That's what I'm
torso.
saying.
Hey Johnny, you look a little weird today. Is everything alright? Everything's fine.
Just a big fan of shapes. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. I aspire to be a square.
Oh.
You little bitch.
Oh no, I failed this. I'm getting in trouble. I better run away from my problem.
I better run to a magical world to get out of this.
To be fair, I would have done that to get out of math if I could have.
I would do that now because it's like a Tuesday.
Well, yeah.
If I could go to Fantasia, I would just, do that.
This might come to a surprise to you guys. But I always liked math class.
Huh?
I always liked math class.
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
Say it.
I can't, Alex. You have to say it. I'm not allowed to.
We can't say it,
It's
Alex.
the rules.
Only you can. Only you can. You guys all see the thumbnails. You know what's up.
I feel persecuted.
You asked for it. Oh my god, I'm dead.
What the fuck kind of school is this?
I know,
Do you
right?
see that pile of skull bones back there?
Welcome to the 80s.
Welcome to the attic. This
The
is where we
coolest
kill the
fucking school
children.
ever.
This is what happens when you skip math.
You die.
Again, I love how dark and macabre this movie is. I know that they've been threatening to remake the Neverending Story. Well, okay,
Threatening.
not remake it because little known fact, the Neverending Story is actually based on a book. So
Don't you do it! I'll make another one.
I swear to God.
To be fair, 2 and 3,
Yeah,
not good.
but that's my point. Is like, if they remade if they did a new Neverending Story film, it would be based again on the book. 'Cause this is an adaptation. A lot of people don't realize that.
This reminds me a lot of Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. But again, the thing I liked about movies like this in the 80s, look how dark everything looks. Everything is kind of has this dark fantasy vibe, where I feel if they made it now, it would be a lot brighter and happier looking. Mm-hmm. But again, this movie very much is a product of its time, and not just the special effects, but again, the look of it, the feel
Well,
of
and the
it.
effects are so good. Look at these.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the fact that everything has
This compositing.
a dark kind of like tinge to it. This whole movie looks like Tim Burton's Wet Dream, basically.
Yeah.
Everything is dark. Everything is super dark. There's no blue skies.
All the, practical effects.
Yeah. The Rock Biter.
Guess we don't really have a choice.
Here's my question. He just wiped his brow. So that's a rock. Does he have sweat glands?
Maybe it's like condensation.
I'm just curious.
I don't like the way that guy's stroking his slug.
It's a snail.
Sorry. I apologize to any snails out there that I offended.
A racing snail, sir.
Because there's no giants around, you asshole. Oh yeah, he eats rocks, right?
Yeah.
Slowly and slowly, this movie's coming back to me. Does he poop rocks?
Yes.
Does he pee rocks?
Ouch.
Again, I always say, it's like when we watch Dark Crystal. There's supposed to be so much fun to be on movies like this, like be on these sets.
Yeah.
Even just working, even if you're not like an actor in these movies, but like you're just, you know,
if you like making props, making
Yeah.
effects, anything to do with movies would be awesome.
just imagine being on the set, seeing all these people in costume and makeup, well, everything would have been just so
I
much
always thought it'd be so fun to like making props or thinking about like like effects for movies.
Yeah.
In movies like this, it'd probably be so easy to like really like be like you're playing D&D and you're like playing that character.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man, after hours when we're done filming, I would totally just, okay, we're gonna have our D&D session here on the set.
Yep.
That'd be everyone stay in costume. I love the concept.
All right,
This
so this is how we write the next two movies. We're gonna play D&D right here.
Yep. We'll determine the script.
Our campaign is the next movie.
There's one of those people in like the courthouses who's like
Oh, yeah,
the whole thing.
Transcriptor or whatever.
Yeah, that's the
Stenographer or
script of
whatever.
the
Yeah,
movie.
they're like a mile a minute. They're like, oh
Oh
god.
my god. That would be amazing.
The tips of their fingers would be like iron because they'd be so calloused after.
Oh, I know.
See, I love how creepy this thing. It's so nihilistic and apocalyptic. Idea like nothing is destroying their world. Like literally nothing. It's not like it's being ravaged. It's being eliminated.
It's like a void.
Yeah, it's being erased. It's
a void.
I just feel like nowadays everything that they try to make is like everything has to like look very pretty or it has to look like
Yeah.
In the 80s
Polished.
movies they're very like they don't care. They're very unforgiving in that like or
it's ugly, but like
what's
in a
the
good
word I'm
way.
trying to-
Like
Like they don't yeah they're just okay to be like how they want it to look. You know?
exactly. Well, again, it has a gothic feel
Well, I
to
was
it.
gonna say, kind of like I don't want to say it's cartoony, but like he clearly like if they made a Rockman now, it would not look like this at all,
Well, it's like the
unless
thing.
it was like a super kiddie movie.
Well, it's like that thing in the first Hobbit movie. When what are they called? When the mountains were fighting, they're scaling the cliff face during the storm, and the big mountains were like battling each other. Remember that?
I honestly don't remember.
It was in the first Hobbit
I
movie.
vaguely remember.
It was right before they went into that cave and they went down to Goblin Town.
Damn.
I know some of you Tolkien fans out there are going to be
Yeah.
out there going, just jumping all over me for not knowing this. But anyway, that scene in the movie always kind of made me think, okay, that's what the
Yeah.
Rockbiter would look like nowadays. They were super cool, but again, it was super polished and awesome and badass. I like how he's kind of
He's got personality now.
exactly. He doesn't look he's intimidating because he's just big, but beyond that, he's not scary.
Is that his fucking dire bat?
Mm-hmm.
I want a fucking dire bat.
It's so cute.
I want a fucking bat. Oh.
Yeehaw!
Again, this just looks fun.
I know.
And that's the thing about the '80s. There was a spirit of fun. There was a spirit of just like
That looks
weird-
fun.
It's fun and it's weird. That's what I liked about the '80s too.
Bat, but it's such a cute bat.
I
He's
feel-
hang gliding on a bat.
I know.
Did you
Again,
ever watch the cartoon series they did for this?
No,
I used to watch it. It was good.
I'm feeling like a kid again. This movie's all coming back to me.
but again, even movies in the '80s, even if a kids movie, there was like a dark. Again, like literally,
Yeah.
here, this movie's dark
Dude,
as
there's some
shit.
yeah, there's some scenes in this movie. I mean, we all know the one scene, right?
I
Yeah.
don't remember it.
You will. Your heart will break all over again. It's fine.
And again, like little character moments, I do. Like I like how they push in. Like again, this is all a puppet, but it doesn't just feel like a puppet. It feels like a character. Like they brought these characters to life. I know a lot of these puppets and these sets are like I still can think in Germany or it might be Holland, but they still have a lot
Look
of
at
them in
that
like a
cute
museum.
bat face.
I know, right? It's adorable.
Like I said, this is unapologetically fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like the two high fantasy movies of the '80s: Dark Crystal and The Neverending Story, because they are just so fantasy. They don't apologize.
I
They're
love it though.
yeah, they're
Oh, I didn't realize that was like a little scooter.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little trike sort of thing. Kind of like a Flintstones one.
Yeah. with a little with the synth music, and it's like, oh, I love the '80s.
That painting too.
I
Damn.
know. Oh God, like
Gorgeous.
this is quintessential '80s right here.
This music,
The matte painting, the music, it is literally. You can tell exactly if you just saw a snapshot of this, you would know exactly what decade this movie came from, and that's why I love this movie. It is unapologetically what it is and when it's from, and I love it for that.
He's so cute.
And that's the thing. Even if they do make a new movie, it would probably, honestly, they'd probably follow the book more.
Spinner?
God damn it, Alex. Yes, that's a fidget spinner.
It's how the power is castled. God damn it.
Words.
Yeah, no. Even if they make this movie now and it's more like the book, it'll make me sad because it won't have the '80s. Well, then again, the '80s are popular now again, so they might make it more like this. Because the thing is, more people know about the movie than they do the book. Most people don't even know it is a book. I've actually
I didn't know it was a book.
I know it was, but I never read it myself. So and I actually read books, so that tells you something. God, I love these sets.
I know.
This would be Sam Jackson now.
Is it?
No, but I was like, nowadays this would be Sam Jackson. He would just come out, start yelling at everyone.
Motherfucker. Little bitch.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
The bat.
There's my favorite character, the Bat. Is it rude to stare at the top of his head?
I know, right?
Don't stare us up at light.
I can't stop. Oh my god.
Again, I love it's just weird. It's just fucking weird. And they don't apologize for it. They just do it because it's weird and it's cool. And I love that. Just Sith Lord in the background.
Oh.
Which I'm bummed we never get to see in this movie.
Yeah.
Now, okay, when I hear people now like the social justice warrior thing and everyone's talking about whitewashing, and yet in the same breath people will talk about these movies and how much they love them, and that's fine. But for all, the reason why I call hypocrite a lot, because you're going to see a character in a moment, very big character in this film, who is supposed to be a Native American.
Yeah.
The actor they cast was not Native American, but he sure gave him a tan.
I really don't see why so many people get offended
But
by shit.
I'm just saying, and if you ever see the behind the scenes of this film, they even say that, yeah, we have to kind of tan him up and bronze him up to look darker skin. You do that nowadays. And again, I'm all about representation, so I agree. Well, now we'll just cast an actor who's darker, which for the sequels, ironically enough, they did. But I'm just saying, people... And I'm not saying
Isn't
you
that
should
like
trash
one of the
movie.
points of acting, though, is to like be able to portray something that you're not?
Well,
Like,
yeah, but I'm
does
just...
it matter
They're not
what
doing
where
it
you
from
come
a place
from?
of ignorance and hate, and that's the difference. But as a white person, I'm not allowed
So
to say that.
yeah, so right here, this is Atreyu. Now, as a kid growing up, I thought he might have been of some kind of mixed heritage. Well, I found out that no, he's white. They literally just bronzed him up because I've seen photos of him from other movies, and he's like my complexion. But I'm just saying, it's like people will revere this movie and completely overlook that, like it gets a pass.
But is that guy actually a goblin? Does he come from goblin descent?
Which one? What the kid?
The little troll boy. You know?
The guy with the bat, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just makeup, so I'm surprised people aren't raging about that either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm offended.
Again, I'm just saying.
That little boy or whatever was the fairy theory there. You see him?
With the little bonnet?
Yeah, he looks so angry.
Look at him. He's just not having it. He's like, man, I fucking can't believe this.
Oh, the guy behind him?
Yeah.
I was looking at the fucking 2-foot tall grandma under him.
No. I mean, there's a lot of people in this background that is amusing.
But I'm just saying, he does a great job, but I'm just saying, it's like, it's interesting how time can make people overlook certain things.
I just think people...
Well, to be fair, I think half the people that say that now weren't alive when this came out.
Well, exactly. So, well, I'm just saying...
I feel like people who are offended at shit like that just are looking for something to, complain about. You know, it's not really that they have that big of a deal with something. It's just they want to...
Yeah.
Well, again, there's clearly times when it's like, it's being done to make fun of, or to be hateful, be ignorant, and then there's times when it's like, no, you're trying to look like a fucking, you're trying to play a character, like.
Yeah, and this guy had a really good, audition where he really sold what that character wants to do or something. Yeah. But it's just like, how are you gonna get offended at a movie thing? You know, it's a movie.
I don't know.
Again,
it's just entertainment. It's not like they're murdering people or anything.
Come to the next scene. God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But again, he does agree. Again, I was just pointing that out because, again, when people say nothing has changed, I'm like, no, a lot has changed because this is a big mainstream movie, and they did this. Whereas if this happened now, just slightly bronzing him up, they would be in outrage. So I'm just saying, so when they say younger people go, oh, it's so bad, like, no. Believe me, I have seen change in movies. This right here, this whole character, you could not cast him anymore to do this. So that's the only point I was making.
I mean, you could. I just think you ignore the people who actually are. Because
well,
I feel like...
I don't know.
Again, really... it's just when people... My whole thing is when people say nothing has changed, I'm just like, no, 13-year-old. Trust me, plenty has changed. But anyway, that was the only point I wanted to make about that. I just got to... But he does a great job. I mean...
Hopefully you're not offended and you're still here listening.
Yeah. Again, I'm if it was me, like, yeah, cast someone who's more... a darker. You might as well.
For the role.
Yeah, I'm like, why bother? Having to bronze a person up. You might as well just cast someone who's dark. So I agree with that. And again, ironically enough, the one good thing about the sequel is that that's what they did.
I don't know. I'd like to think that the person who can portray a character better would get the role, no matter what their skin color is.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I would like, but
Again, I think in the book they did say he is Native American, that. Yeah. That's supposed to be what they imply, especially with that picture they showed in the book. But whatever. But aside from that, aside from that though, he is. And again, I love this stuff right here. How they incorporate a real environment with a map painting. Some of it's real, some of it isn't. I love that.
But again, it still blends together.
Well, yeah, they didn't just use. Again, Fantasia feels like a really fantastical world, like the Dark Crystal, because they, they use a lot of sets and props to kind of make it look. They didn't just go to a location and just shoot.
Oh, is this the world of Fantasia?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
So right here, this would be a set. But again, look how deep that set is, too.
Always makes me think of Legend. It looks like the same kind of
set. Well, again, that's how they would have done it back then. These kinds of movies would have...
Yeah.
One of the old jokes I always made about Atreyu is now he'd be played by The Rock. So they go... Because the guy made the joke, we don't want Atreyu the boy, we want Atreyu the man. The new movie, it would be Atreyu the man. It would be Dwayne Johnson coming out. Just rippling muscles. And he goes and punches the nothing...
There was all this talk a little bit ago about the D&D movie with The Rock in it, right?
I know they said they want a Rock-type character. I don't know if they're... I think they mentioned they would like to have maybe him or an actor like that.
I mean, Neverending Story, it could be a very, D&D type thing.
Well, that's kind of the irony. A lot of these, fantasy movies could be...
D&D.
Yeah.
I mean, D&D
really... is just the fantasy.
Yeah, it's the rules how you play the game. But if you're watching a movie... It's not you see people rolling dice. So really, this could be Dungeons & Dragons right here. It's just, okay, if you were playing it, okay, when he has to run away from something, okay, roll to see if you just, what I mean? But
why is he talking to his sandwich?
Because he's still has a long ways to go, and he's kind of ration himself.
He see shots like that. I love how they incorporate it.
Gorgeous.
But yeah, I like how he is becoming kind of connected to the story. Like, it starts off subtly at first, but essentially he is now kind of going on this journey with Atreyu. Again, look, this is done so well. Look at that. Look at that integration.
Oh, I know.
I mean, this movie has
I'd just be breaking apart all those crystals and putting it in my pockets.
Well, I think most of them aren't real.
I think he's saying he's a klepto thief.
No! You're telling me you won't collect crystals? Shiny, bright... Alright. You're dead to me.
I mean, not the entire thing, maybe a little bit here or there, but...
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you carry as much crystal as you can?
Crystal meth?
Nah.
I'm just kidding. We don't condone drugs. I wish you could have seen my face, because I made a face and then realized...
You don't need to do drugs. Watch this movie. Like...
Right?
Put this movie on drugs.
Jesus. AKA the dragon turtle. I'm not ready for the swamp of
This
sadness.
is so weird. I don't remember any of this movie.
They talked about how they did this scene, how this mud really was, and how terrible it was to film in here.
Yep.
So I like to think that underneath all this mud, there's a really cool like house party going on, and Artax just wanted to go. And this whole scene is Atreyu just trying to be an asshole and keep him from going to this awesome house party. And Artax is like, no, I want to go dance.
The horse?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the horse?
Yeah.
The horse wants to
Yeah, no,
dance?
underneath this spog here, there's a really, thumping house party. And, Atreyu's being an asshole and not letting him go. And Artax's like, no, I'm going down to the house party. And now, Atreyu's going to try to be a dick and keep him going. No, I'm just saying, Atreyu's a dick.
Do you not remember the scene, Alex?
Yeah, see.
No, I don't!
Anyone who's overtaken with sadness is going to sink into the fucking swamp?
Yeah, see, he's going to the house party. He's slowly descending. He's going to the house party. And Atreyu's like, no, we got to go to Atreyu's like, no, dude, I want to dance. Yeah, no, we got to go. And Artax's like, I want to go to the house party. I'm going to the house party. No, you don't, because you think I'm going to go with you, but I'm going to this house party. Oh, no, you're not invited. You can't go. What are you doing? Get out of the mud. You can't go to the house party. Bye. I'm going. Bye. No, I'm going to dance. I'm going to go dance.
I don't like your analogy.
No. You can't
Oh my
go.
God, this
you
turns
can't
so...
go. You're not invited.
The poor horse is so scared though in her life.
I know, you can see the white of its eye.
Yeah.
Horse is like, wait a minute, what is this?
It's actually kind of dangerous too.
So this is before horses were unionized. Nowadays, you can never do this. It'd have to be a CGI horse. Or it's the 80s. The horse would be like, you gotta stop motion me. I'm not doing this.
I don't
You
get
gotta
paid
use some
enough
kind of-
for this. Is that what the horse is
You
saying?
gotta use some kind of puppet.
The horse is, this ain't my contract. Not doing this. Is that what you're saying is gonna happen?
They have to hire like some stunt donkey or mule. Doesn't look
that's
like
really sad. Oh my god.
So right now, Artax is just,
He's
thumping
thumping,
bass,
he's
strobe lights, getting his drink on down there.
Why don't you join him?
He's not
It's so
allowed.
funny because every time I watch this movie, I always think the scene is further in, but it's really at the fucking
No, it's really the beginning. I know. Well, the last time we watched this,
Ah! I don't like little kid tears.
I mean that's good, I guess.
They're evil.
Yeah, no. The last time we watched this movie, we actually saw it in theaters. They were doing like a special like anniversary release, and we went. And I was like, I love it when they kind of re-release movies from like yesteryear in theaters, especially if it's movies I didn't get a chance to see on the big screen. So we went and we were thinking the same thing too. Like, yeah, this is like the middle of the movie, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like right at the beginning. But see, I think because this movie's paced very well, you think certain things are going to happen later than they actually do. Yeah, because really, when he starts off in the journey, it looks like he's got everything going for him. You know what I mean? He's like he's ready to go, and very quickly in the story, he kind of loses everything.
What did he have going for him besides having a horse?
Well, he had the horse, he had his supplies, he was the hero, he was gonna, he was hyped up.
Yeah, that's all he's got. He's got a horse and supplies.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, but like he was ready to.
He's still a little boy.
Yeah, but for his people, he'd be considered a warrior, I would say, and this horse is like his friend, basically.
So is this how you don't know, the book is written? How it's like the kid reading the book and you're like...
I think so.
It's not like he's reading the Neverending Story.
You know, I believe that's how it is, because I know in the second film, he actually goes to Fantasia, and I believe these movies cover the whole book. Like, I'm pretty sure there's only one book, and
Does he look like 11 to you? Just a little bit.
I mean, he's super young, clearly.
Or you mean the character 11?
Yeah.
You mean Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
Kind of has that look a little bit.
I can kind of see it. I think I know what you mean. I thought you meant did he look 11 years old?
No,
which he
I mean,
also
he
kind
does,
of does.
look, young. It's Godzilla. Right?
Dragon
That'd be
turtle.
amazing. If they would have made a Godzilla movie like this back in the 80s, I would have just been like... This would have been Planet of the Monsters in the 80s live action. That would have been amazing. Get on it.
This kid's not having a good day.
No, well, that's my point. He hits rock bottom really hard and really fast in this movie. Like, he never has a chance to get full of himself because the rug is pulled out from him so quick. We're barely out of we're still, I think we're in the first act or maybe just barely leaving it. By the end of the first act, he's got nothing. It's just like...
he does read the book in the book.
Okay. That's what I thought it said. I love how they kind of... Yeah, and I think the second film covers like the second half of the book. Or some... I might be wrong, but I think it's how they did it. Love the detail on the face too.
Mm-hmm.
I love how it implies that she's been there so long by herself that she just kind of starts referring as we to kind of just stave off the loneliness almost.
That's depressing.
Yeah, that's my point. Like look where she lives. She said she lives in like the most depressing place ever. That she literally had to kind of create a make.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
I guess it's not so much worse than...
Apathy. Okay, I work with some guys like that.
What?
So I work with some guys like that who are allergic to youth.
Oh, okay.
Anytime I put forth an idea that came after 1976, they like don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
like, just seriously, look at all the subtle movements when they do that. That's incredible. Ow. God, he is just having a rough day. I also thought it's interesting too, because I feel like in movies like this, a lot of times, or stories, I guess I should say, is that there would be like an adventuring party. I mean, that's the one thing about it that makes it not like D&D, is the fact that he's writing it like this solo. Whereas usually, like in this kind of thing, you get your group together, your group of, you have the one person who's good at this, the one person's that. You'll have like your strong person, your wizard, these kinds of people.
I mean, yeah, in like a mechanic sense, but
yeah,
just like a regular world sense, this is a very, D&D, just very.
Oh yeah, the world itself is totally. I kind of like the fact that he is on his own, and he's already.
And he's like not even a level 1 monk, or,
no,
whatever he is.
And the little that he did have, he lost it.
Yeah,
like he is literally just like
he's just a little D4 peasant right now.
Yep. Matt Mercer wouldn't even NPC him.
Yeah. He would just be in the background.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay at school and read my book. He doesn't want to have another one of those good conversations with his dad again. It's a good talk, son.
We should talk more. You're my dad. I think you're right. I
think it's a good idea.
It's weird that you put the onus on me because,
I'm a child.
Yes, I'm just a little boy.
I just love how apparently this fucking normal ass school attic looks like this. Like in what world?
I wish my school had it like this, because I would never have gone. I would be like, hell yeah, we're playing D&D up here. Again, not that we're going to bring it back to D&D, but just playing D&D in that room with the thunder. Oh my god! Just roll some dice, baby. Can't put that book down now.
You should just make your apartment look like that room.
Okay.
Just stylize it.
Yeah.
It looks like a shithole, but it's actually like a really expensive renovation. Like, seriously, why do they have this shit?
I do like that scene, though.
Yeah, no, it's done well, but why is there like a, taxidermy, like, wolf head?
all the skulls,
for the
all
plays,
the fucking cobwebs.
When the school plays.
I guess so. School plays were badass in the 80s. Like, you see this here, and you feel, you buy it. Like, yeah, no, this character, yeah, totally. It's like you have just been through some shit, and you're still walking through it. But,
can you imagine walking an entire day through swamp like this?
I would let the sorrow take me over, and I'd sink. I'd go to that house party.
Start dancing with Artex. He's just down there doing shots right now.
Shot.
I'm just imagining a horse doing all that. Oh no.
Oh, here we go. I know you can make clouds look more real now, but I just love this effect so much that can you just make the clouds like this again? There he is. Right? That's when you have a good book too. Because I've had books where I find myself reading and I'm getting so into what I'm reading, and then when there's like a conflict resolution of some kind, I actually find myself going, oh, like you don't realize how into what you're reading you are until the scene is over. You're like, holy shit! Like I was holding my breath for 20 seconds. Yeah, apparently the Falcor puppet or animatronic, it still exists. I saw pictures of it. You can go and pet it.
I'd be surprised if it's still in that good a condition.
Well, I think they maintained it it's like for this museum where you can go and visit it. So they have a lot of the props from the movie all set up, like the Southern Oracles. They have them set up, and I'm just like, oh my god!
If you made something like that, I'd feel like you'd never get rid of it. Look at him.
I know.
Look at him. He's so cute.
I mean, that's the problem with practical effects. A lot of times they fall into disrepair.
Yeah,
a lot of times,
deteriorate.
yeah, especially during the shooting of a film. Unfortunately, but
they only make it good enough to last through making a film.
Well, it's one of those
usually.
things. As long as they preserved it after, I think they kind of just donated it to the museum right after, or they kind of, it wasn't like something. Oh, someone found it somewhere, and then they try to, clean it up. I think they maintained it ever since. I would love to go see that. I didn't know it existed. Apparently, a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, no! You can go see all these props. They're still there." I'm like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, look how friendly he is.
Falcor's so fucking cute.
He is. He's like the best friend everyone wishes they had.
I even washed all that mud off you, kid.
Question is how.
I know. I know.
Everyone wanted a luck dragon when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I still want a luck dragon. I want to go to work riding on Falcor.
Me too.
We can make that happen.
I mean...
I know a guy.
I know a guy. Let me make a call real quick. You want a luck dragon? Yeah, I'll get you a luck dragon. Yeah, I'll get you a luck dragon tonight. You want a luck dragon?
Yeah.
What color? How many you want?
Suck a few dicks, and I'll get you that luck dragon. Look at that tongue.
Yeah. But again, look at the size of this puppet, but look at the amount of mobility it has.
Yeah.
Like, again, it's one thing when you see like smaller puppets, but this is a full-size animatronic right here.
His nose, the way it moves, is
I know.
creepy. I want to stick my hand in there.
Yikes.
Bro, I'm a dragon.
Damn straight it is. See, now you don't need the whole adventuring party. Like, a luck dragon negates that whole thing. See, but by this point of the story, you're like, yeah, he's earned this. Like, and again, I like how he's not bratty, and I like how he's not, like, entitled. He's not like, I'm the only one who can save this world, and I'll save it. And he doesn't have to learn, that lesson.
Well, he's not like... He's trying to get someone to save the queen, to save the world, right?
Yeah.
It's not like he's like, I'm the one who's going to stop it. No, he's just like, I need help, bros. Please.
And again, and I like that he's very humble. He's not like, listen, I'm doing this because I want to help. I want to do something. But he's not doing it because he thinks he's the only one who can. And I like that about his character. His character is not a little shit. Again, he doesn't have to go through that whole thing where he needs to learn, like, you know what, sometimes you have to ask for help. But he has to, he never went through that.
Lesson to learn.
So when he does lose things, you feel legitimately bad for him. He's like, wow, he doesn't deserve that, and yet it's happening to him. And it makes this movie feel more real, because it's like, in real life, shit happens. So the fact that shit's happening in, this movie, in this fantasy world, it makes the stakes feel like more relatable.
These two seem like a great couple.
Mm-hmm.
Bush or Grady Hurley? Get back to your corner. Jeez. I like that. Jeez. Shot. Yeah. Like, son of a bitch.
Just like the way he rose up out of his chair when he was like, oh.
Wow. 80s, folks. Nah, bro. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Love it. To the winch! Wench!
Lazy bones making her fucking
I know.
pull that shit.
She just cuts the cable. Get that life insurance policy. It was had so much fun running up and down that set.
What the? Is this like an old timey ray gun? This looks so cool.
I know. And again, I love how they did. It's such a simple way of doing it, but it's just perspective where he's way in the background. And again, if you look really closely, you can tell, but it's done so well. The way I love how with just something as simple as angling the camera just right, it can really make it look like
they had to do all these tricks for this time.
Yeah, otherwise they would have to do an effect shot.
It's like looking at how they made the first Lord of the Rings with the hobbits and Gandalf.
Yeah,
everything had to be done like that.
Again, and it works really well. Like, I mean,
yeah,
it's not an effect shot. It's just an optical illusion. It's literally just the way the lens they're using, the position of the camera, and again, he has to basically. They have to plot out
that
like where you
platform is
run.
actually way longer than it looks.
Yeah, well, again, they have to stage
back.
it just right. Okay,
Yeah.
because if you notice where he runs side to side. He never moves forward. They have to stage it because it has to look like he's right next to Atreyu, when in actuality, he's way in the background. And he can, but the way he moves side to side at that angle, it looks like he's in the same, plane with him. And it's such a simple way of doing it, yet it's so effective. Again, nowadays, this
what
is just...
the hell is this crazy kaleidoscope?
I know.
Laser eyes.
Sorry, I was freaking out as a kid. Bam!
Barbecue time.
I'm pretty sure he's dead, dude.
Here's my question. Where the hell did that guy come from?
Yeah, the guy who's crossing through?
Yeah. There's one of those things where, like, Atreyu was chosen, but there's always going to be some, weekend warrior is going to be like, oh, I'll do it,
Well, I mean, it's an oracle of the South, I feel like it doesn't matter what kind of quest you are, you usually get sent to oracles,
So the guy was doing something completely different,
Yeah.
He was, trying to get the Eye of Newt root on the other side to, stop the plague in his village or whatever.
And the only way to find it is go talk to the oracle.
And the oracle was like, nah, son. Laser eyes.
Your quest is invalid. Yeah, just go see the oracle. That'll fix your herpes.
It's like, man, I don't know
He
about
got
this
there
shit.
fast.
Sure could use some luck right now.
I know. Why couldn't Falcor just go over?
Well, I think he needs.
I think you need to do this.
I
to
know.
talk
It's
to
like a
them.
test thing.
Yeah. You gotta get past the titty
You
sphinxes.
got to go past those nips.
Prophecy nips.
You got to become a man by passing those nips.
Wow.
It's true.
Is that how it's done?
It's true.
Yep.
Damn.
It is written. It is told.
You just have to walk by and look at their face and not their boobs. That's the test.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Because a real man is respectful.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Well, an
respect
immature
Planet.
boy.
Don't
Look
you
at
do
them.
it. Don't you do it, Atreyu.
Eye contact. Eye contact.
I see him looking back. Oh man, he's looking. He's trying. Don't look down. Don't look down. To be fair, you got to look way up to pull that move off. Up. Ah, damn, it's a trap. There's no way around it.
Yep.
But see, as soon as it's out, even in a kid's movie today, like, I know they're just statues, but they would never even give them breasts now.
Well, it's like I mean, it's not the same, but in the Assassin's Creed game they came out with, they had like a historical part where, in I guess in museums, they would let kids run around, but they had to cover up all the nipples and the genitalia on the statues, even though it was like historically correct.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an American thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love they're showing the stakes here. Like, yeah, I love how the armor wasn't empty. It's like, no, he's in there. He's just extra crispy.
I love how the eyes opened on those.
Yeah. I love how Sebastian's kind of willing himself into the story through characters. So really, this had nothing to do about strength of character. It's just,
Gotta run fast.
the kid can run.
Gotta be Sonic.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna say, gotta go fast.
You ain't first, you last. Or you're dead.
So really, Sonic the Hedgehog would have been the perfect person for this quest.
Wow.
Blue streak speeds by.
Jesus Christ.
Juicy vitamins.
That needle.
Just not having it.
You
don't know
dumb
shit.
idiot dog.
Falcon's just got such a cute face.
I know.
Like little big eyes and a little nose. Well, I guess it's a big nose, but you know what I mean.
Creeps me out how his nose like bobs up and down so much. Oh, it's not doing it here.
Oh, you mean like he's sniffing?
Yeah, it's just it did it before, but now
Got
it's
a
not.
bouncy nose.
Jeez, how
Is
far
that
did he
snow?
go? Yeah. So I was like, how far did he go?
I know. I always thought that was funny too.
What does a little boy see as his true self? Is he already at the mirror?
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, I wonder how much time was supposed to have passed. Like, how long was he, like,
I know.
kind of wandering through the snow? But, like, yeah, he sees Sebastian. That's gotta be so weird if you're reading that, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Mindfuck! Yeah.
Like, so right now, if I look up, I'm looking up at him, technically? Like, that'd be so weird. They're like...
He's so disgusted.
I don't know about this shit
What's
anymore.
life? Who am
What
I?
kind of drugs did he put in this book?
That'd be hilarious if you just had a book that, like, it was, like, scented with LSD or
Laced.
something. You just open it and you start tripping. You're going on a magical ride, boy. So that'd be sweet though if that's how like the actual book is written, where they're like, and then you see a person reading a book through the I don't know.
I feel like they'd be amazed to read something like that. Just be like, what? Like, to me, this would be like one of the coolest ways to like find out this world is real. As you're reading it, you realize that, oh my god, they're talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he going into? He just went through.
So now there's an Amber Alert on this kid, by the way, because he was.
I don't think his dad's calling the cops. You know what I mean?
This is true. This is true.
It's the 80s, man. Kids went missing a lot. That was a real thing. Like, that was a big thing in the 80s, like kids getting snatched. I remember I wasn't allowed to walk on the side of the road because...
My parents would let me outside all day long. You know, like they didn't care where like. It's not like today where like you got fucking GPS trackers and your kids and shit.
Well, I
They
could
all have
go
cell
in the
phones.
interior of the neighborhood, but I couldn't go in the exterior because the car would, like, you hear stories, yeah, cars just rolling up on a kid, snatch him in, that'd be that.
I didn't grow up in Compton.
I mean, I didn't grow up in Compton, but I was in Merced, California, so, I mean, do with that what you will. I love
I
the
was free reign to roam all over. Big titty prophecy statues.
We do.
Bitch, that ain't gonna fucking cure her illness.
And I love as Sebastian realizes that Fantasia is real, Atreyu is learning that there's a world beyond Fantasia.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're both kind of going on for him, finding out there's like a quote-unquote real world is just as wild to him as Sebastian finding out that, you know, Fantasia is real. So I love that it's kind of like there's a duality to it.
Not to keep comparing it to D&D, but basically different planes of existence.
Yeah, exactly.
Different prime material planes.
That's in like every fantasy thing that there's multiple, like, you know. planes of
Listen,
reality.
Alex.
It's like
Right.
that's like an easy fantasy thing.
Well, yeah. Well, I always kind of figure, unless they make it a period piece where they're saying, oh, this is, you know, England and, you know, the 12th century or whatever. Yeah, I always kind of assume it's like in a world adjacent to our own, but like in a different reality or a different dimension.
Here we go.
It's one of the better composite shots of Falcor.
Mm.
For some reason, I heard you say kielbasa shots.
It's one of the
Wow.
best.
Like a dick pic.
This is one of the better kielbasa shots right here. Normally I'm a bratwurst guy, but I don't know in this case. Kielbasa is looking good.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is he not a human child?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean
He's a man in his tribe.
Okay, whatever you want to say. Is he not a human child?
Well, I mean, when they make human
Are they-
child, that means it's like children from like our world.
Here we go. It's exciting music.
I mean, obviously, he's not seeing the landscape underneath him, but just being this kid right here
Oh, I
on this
know.
big puppet like that'd be so much fun.
Yeah.
I would hug Falcor
Mm-hmm.
in between scenes all the time. I would just be like,
close. You know what I mean?
what?
You know what I'm saying?
What'd you say?
You don't understand what I'm saying?
No, what'd you say?
I don't think I should repeat it.
Probably not. Just, oh God, it'd be... Even this effect right here, it's effective. Like, it works well. Like, again, is it as realistic as or photorealistic as what you see nowadays in movies? No, but I think people kind of don't give as much credit as is deserved for this time period and how they used to do things in movies, because it's so creative the way they had to do everything. Like, it was not as simple, because the way you would do this now versus making, you know, a werewolf versus making a talking cat, you would use the same technology to do all of them now. Whereas back then...
I find it funny they green screened him next to this window.
Yeah, well, I think they were doing it kind of for the sky.
Yeah.
But they would have to do so many different things to kind of for different shots. It wasn't like a one trick for everything.
Is he still in the attic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right there, he's kind of foreshadowing a little bit, like he's saying his deceased mother and he loved her name. And the Empress needs a new name, so not spoiling anything. Take a while to guess what happens, folks. I love this.
Man, I wish every quest started with the luck dragon finding you.
Right? It's the ultimate feel-good moment.
That's what I was thinking last Monday when that one luck dragon came out to me.
But see, the fact that he came to Treyu, like, in his lowest point, it's got to be like, oh, thank God, I needed this.
Well, he was legit dying.
Yeah, he was done for it.
There
If he
was
didn't
a wolf, there was the sadness beatboxing party
pulling him down.
of the
Jesus Christ.
But I hate house music. Too bad you're going down.
for all eternity, house music.
I just want to read a book in this attic. Just crack open my favorite book, a hardcover first edition, and just read it. Candles around me, hell yeah.
You know you could do that.
I know, but I'm just saying, I love the whole, again, I love the fact that, because everything now, we live in an age where everything is digital, and again, I get it, the efficiency of it, I understand for the advancement, yeah, that's the way to go. But I miss and love the tactile nature of the 80s. So just to see the kid in this old dusty attic with like skulls and taxidermy animals everywhere, candles burning down to their wrists, reading this huge tome, I'm just like, oh, I love it. And
Maybe
once,
with a nice hot cocoa.
Yep, that's what you need.
Wearing a Snuggie.
Hit rock bottom again. Man, his luck dragon needs a luck dragon.
Wouldn't that be something?
Holy shit, that is
You just see Falcor riding in on another luck dragon.
At that point, he just needs Shinron. Alright, fuck this. We're going with the Wish, guys.
I am a super luck dragon. Here to save the day.
I'm strong.
Yeah, I love how the world, again, like I said, the world is literally falling apart. Because you look at this stuff, and at first, like, was this like
This
an
world
ancient...
is so alive, though. What just came alive in front of him? Oh!
Yeah. Because a lot of this stuff, it looks like it's an ancient ruin, but I think it's like, these are the civilizations in this world that have already been claimed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same rock
There you
fighter?
go.
Yeah. There we go. I say this all the time. Like, whenever something goes wrong in my life, or this is a benign thing, I'll just always annoy you, because I'll just look down at my hands and be like, they look like such big... And you're like, what the hell are you talking
phrase
about?
is different. The phrase that I mutter to myself to make me feel better.
I forget to check the mail, or I drop silverware on the ground.
At least I got big hands.
See, why is he calling the why is everyone hating on the bat? The bat is awesome.
I know, because he's sleepy. It's a narcoleptic.
Yeah, but I'd rather have the bat than the racing snail.
The bat's amazing.
The bat is amazing.
He's cute
And
as fuck,
adorable.
too.
The bat is my mount of choice.
Yeah.
See, and again, I love how he's humble throughout this whole thing. He's like, I was picked to do a job. I should have done it, and I screwed up, and it's my fault. It's not his fault, but I like the fact that he's trying to own it. He's not trying to be like, you know...
taking responsibility.
Exactly. God, this movie is just so dark and dire. Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, it's like you said now. I feel you said like, if this was done now, it'd be a lot happier. There'd be a lot more positive. I love how this whole movie is just bummer city. It's dark. It's depressing.
There's a lot of
This
happy
rock
moments.
fighter's
Oh, yeah.
basically like, well, I'm gonna fucking die then.
I know. I mean, granted, spoilers, people. Things turn around in the end. Don't worry. But I just like before you get to that point.
Don't. Everyone dies.
It's like a Tarantino movie. If this was a Tarantino movie, Tarantino, his cameo would be the big black wolf thing in here. And it would just be the most foul-mouthed thing ever.
This would not work as a Tarantino
Hey,
movie.
asshole. Like, what?
Hey, you little bitch.
Look at me, you little
Get over
motherfucker.
here.
Like, what? Oh,
So
damn.
I just read that apparently that guy, who was like the speaker for the Childlike Empress, is supposed to be a centaur in the book, and I wish they could have done that.
Yeah, again, probably limited.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are not many centaurs that are good at acting.
you know.
Most of them are taken by... Okay, I'm done.
Again, I know visually speaking, if they make this movie today, they could capture the details in the book a lot better. But I love the vibe of this movie. And I don't even care if the book isn't this dark. I mean, it might be, I don't know. But even if it's not, I just love the
I'm
tone.
just looking at the...
It's about stopping like
Look
an
at
abyss.
Falcor's claws, by the way, in that
Yeah.
picture. Holy shit.
I read the synopsis for the book a few minutes ago, and yeah, it's pretty dark still.
Okay, good.
I love
Well,
this part.
and now you've caught up.
Yeah, you've read the Cliff Notes.
And here we have Quentin Tarantino.
This is the last panel, by the way. So, you did.
Bloody and scabby and
I know. And this whole thing story is so... It's so nihilistic because I like how... Well, this guy really... He's a literal definition of a nihilist. He is literally serving the destruction of the world. And the destruction of the world isn't even sentient. It's just an act of nature, essentially. But he is just so anti... He's given in to the fact that there's no hope. And now is trying to hasten it. Like, he's just embraced the end. And there's something so just bleak and dark about that, and I love it.
He sounded so... I am a warrior, and then went instantly back into a little
But
boy.
I can't!
But I can't, Mom!
Yes, I just love that he is just embracing the... Oh, I love it. It's so cool. It's so cool. By the way, look at the eyes. I love how they did his eyes.
His eyes are done.
Do they keep changing colors?
It's just the lighting.
Yeah, how I
But
think...
it looks awesome.
It's one of those things where I think if you shine light in them, they kind of reflect it
They
more
keep
green.
going green to blue. It's...
Yeah, it's how they're
Creepy.
reflecting the light back. But see, I think it's so interesting that he knows this. Like, I get the sense that he's probably very old and very wise.
Kids movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. A little fucked up for.
But see, to us, we would have never have questions back in there. That's why now when I see kids' movies and I see what they have to run, I'm like, why can't you let your kid watch that? And they be like,
growing a bunch of soft little.
Well, and that's my point. Like when they say like, oh, we can't let our kids watch it because I'm like, but I grew up on this kind of shit and like.
Yeah, my dad let me watch Gladiator when I was 7.
I mean, I watched
whatever I wanted.
I watched like Aliens when I was 7. Like
yeah.
I'm like, and it made me want to create. It made me. Again, it's what made me a writer. It's all this stuff. Like I wanted to tell. I mean, a story about a kid who reads a book about a fantasy world that he loses himself in,
and then somehow the two worlds are connected.
Yeah, my book is literally about a character who goes to a fantasy world. Gee, I wonder if subconsciously, I might be influenced by something here. You know what I mean? That's my point. This kind of stuff doesn't ruin kids. This kind of stuff inspires them.
Not to mention, I've seen too many instances where there's been kids that were overprotected as children.
Yeah.
And it's kind of not great when they're adults.
Yeah, they grew up not knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. We know a few.
Not knowing how to deal with normal human situations.
Well, again, this whole movie is just like, yo, shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to just deal with it. There's not always going to be someone who, I mean, the Falcor, saving him that one time, okay, that's your one, like, hey, sometimes in life you get a leg up, you get lucky, but don't expect that to happen all the time. I mean, most of this movie, it's Atreyu. That's the one time, really, he was helped.
Falcor's done a lot here.
He did, but, like, everything else, it's really Atreyu that really has to do it.
Gotta believe in himself. Like with the oracles.
Again, like, he gets put through a meat grinder in this movie.
I love all these shots.
I know.
That looks pretty good.
I think this is all a stunt person right here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd be shocked if they had the actual kid do it.
He looks a little more ripped than the
Yeah, I was gonna say, those arms.
God damn, he's really beefed up on this adventure.
I mean, he comes back and he is being played by Dwayne Johnson.
just the next time you see him, it's just the Rock that comes out.
He goes up to the Empress. I got a name for you. Your name is now Becky. And the whole world gets put back together. If this was the Rock, he would literally be holding 2 continents and trying to pull them back together. Not today, nothing. He's like punching boulders that are flying at him.
And then he picks up the worlds and holds it up. He's Atlas.
Never mind. I need to see this movie. Go ahead, guys. Get on it.
Oh, I love this part.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was the literal end of the world. Not figuratively. Not like, oh no, there's a plague and everybody got sick and meanwhile the armadillos are fine. No. The world is gone. We got chunks left.
We can breathe atmosphere, or without atmosphere.
This ain't our world, right?
I was going to say, even as a kid, I was like,
bound by the laws of science.
We're in space now, right? I'm just... That is a lucky dragon. I know, I love that there's this moment of just utter despair. Like, I like the fact that he failed, because I don't think you see that enough anymore. And I think that's why kids are always like, no, why is it not working? Because sometimes, no matter how hard you try, and no matter if you deserve not to fail, you still fail sometimes.
The failing's okay.
It just happens. Life is... Like, it's when I hate when people say everything happens for a reason. I'm like, kiss my ass. No. Nothing happens for a reason. Things just happen. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. Like, it's just the way it is. Because if everything happens for a reason, I'm still waiting for a lot of the shit that I've been through to pay out for me. Like, I'm still waiting.
The Ivory Tower!
Can't love that music. Love the music. He likes the music too. He's like, oh yeah.
Look at you, bonus apple! Woohoo!
Look at this! Put the blanket over his head and he's gonna read a book. Oh, I love this.
The way he looks reading that book reminds me of when I read Harry Potter for the first time.
Right?
Okay, so this whole sequence right here looks like the side of a van in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy magical tower floating in space with a lucky magic space dragon flying around it. That is literally the side of every freaking van you saw in a heavy metal parking lot back in the 80s. I'm just saying, like, I would tattoo this thing on my back.
Do it.
I should.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're committed now.
I would have ultimate nerd cred.
I think you have to get this tattooed on your back.
Go to Comic-Con, just rip off my shirt, people take a look at my back, and it'd be like, give him VIP passes to whatever he wants.
Ew.
I was like,
It was mostly just the sound.
I know, you could have toned back the Foley there a little bit.
He's just so engrossed in the story. He's all alone. He doesn't care.
A gash in his chest.
I know.
He has been through
Gnarly.
some shit. I know that. Look at-
Go get lucky.
I don't.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
Valcor, the ultimate
He goes
wingman.
in there and sleeps with the Empress, and then comes out the rock.
I got.
The Empress is now Pamela Anderson. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ, they're children. I take it all back. I hate myself.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the children in this movie, but in the remake that we're talking about,
Yes, in the remake. Where there was
she'd be like
18.
Barbarella in there. Again, this would be
Oh
Dwayne
God,
Johnson.
she's so young. I
She's
take back
adorable.
everything.
They
I
show.
said.
I've like, the past year I saw like an interview with her. They were talking to her. She has aged so gracefully. Like everyone keeps saying, like, oh, if you see the Empress now, she's beautiful. She looks. I mean, she looks the same, just older. But it's not like one of those people you say, oh, they look so different now. No. Like you would see her like, oh my God, that's the girl who played the Empress in the Neverending Story. She's like a ballet dancer. She does a choreography, but yeah, no, she's aged really well, and she talks about like how honored she was to have been part of this movie. Like, I mean, like she plays such a sweet,
that smirk.
I know, amazing character that like you feel like you get why he's so bummed out, because she feels like she's so pure of heart that to think that you might have let her down is so like, no, I can't do that. I can't fail you. Hell yeah, I knew about that kid.
Again, like her acting so good, like fucking like smirk.
He's like, wait a minute. My horse went to a rave. Okay, I nearly drowned. They went to the rave with him.
The rave's dead.
Yeah, of course
It's
it's
not
dead
real.
now. Yeah, it's dead now because Fantasia's gone.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So we're raves. Now Artex is dead. He was in the middle of popping and locking, then boop, gone. Yeah, right here. Imagine reading this. He his face. Exactly. He's like, wait, hold up. What?
Am I high? Are they high?
Again, I love his reaction. He's not like, oh boy. He's like, get the fuck out. I am
I'm done with your shit, alright? Can you just save the world already? Becky?
I love when they work in like the names of the film or the book into the actual like narrative. And I love how freaking Matrixy this gets. So they're basically talking about us now. Mm-hmm. Like he's sharing their adventures, but we're watching him. So it's weird. It's like layered. It's like, wait a minute. So now they're
Breaking all the walls.
Yeah. So, like, if you're reading the actual Neverending Story book, it's like, yeah, so he's reading this story, and we're reading
watching
his story about him reading their story. So it's like, oh my God. It's like the rabbit hole just goes deeper and deeper.
It's so meta.
Damn. Because again, if you were reading this in real time, you'd be like, no, there's no way. There's no way. This has to be a coincidence. Look at him. Yeah, he's like... Look Like, it's exactly like...
Save him, motherfucker!
Just scream Becky, just in case. No one's around. If you're wrong, you know, whatever. Nobody knows. Yeah, so, again, we've already heard him say the name he's going to use.
I don't know the name.
He mentioned, well...
He just said his mom has
a
pretty name.
Well, that's what they mean. Like, he's in his mind, he's already decided what her name should be. But he needs to realize that, no, they're actually talking about him. This is like the best condition to read a book right here. I am all about this. This is so extreme. Extreme reading.
Of how she looks into the
Yep.
camera.
See, right there, when you hear your name, you'd be like, oh my god, I'm done.
Say my name, say my name. What would you do if she just broke out in that?
I would turn this movie off.
Yeah.
Real fucking quick. Oh god, this is so like, oh.
I know.
Wait, is he gonna jump out the window? What are you doing?
Yes.
Wait.
So his mom's name is Moonchild.
Probably
Parents
hippie.
must have been hippies.
I mean, given the time period when this is and how old he is, yeah, it makes sense. So basically, the Neverending Story is just the greatest choose-your-own-adventure book ever written.
Right?
What? What? What?
Nani?
Again, I just love the symbolism of it. It's like, some people would say, oh, it's corny, but I love it. It's like, just believe in your dreams. Let your dreams come true. It's so, I love that back then, this was cool to like, now that I feel a lot of people would like roll their eyes like, oh God, here we go. It's like, no, but why is that not fun? Like, wouldn't you realistically, if you have the power to make your dreams come true, make a fantasy world out of your imagination, like, we'd all want to do that. Like, I don't understand why people think that kind of stuff is hokey. I'm like, no, that's cool. That is literally the
If
definition.
anyone thinks that this world is like the best world, I don't want to be their friend.
Yeah, seriously. Like, if you're telling me right now you can
You
make
would
this
rather
world,
be in like Hogwarts or like, you know, Middle Earth or, you know, any other fantasy world than this one.
I'd go to Fantasia in a heartbeat.
I'd go anywhere else.
Really?
No, I mean than this world.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, hell yeah, get an Electragon. Everyone gets Electragon.
Yeah,
you
dude.
get Electragon. You get Electragon.
Hey, I'm going on this quest. It would be sure great if I got a luck dragon.
So I'm not sure. Okay, there's a part coming that I know is not in the book. The part where he's going to go bring Falcor to our world, apparently the author of the book was against that. But the director really, really wanted to do that because he really thought it was kind of fun. Like, okay, Falcor is going to go to his world. It's like, his imagination, he's so... that basically Fantasia is with him wherever. So even Fantasia can come to his world. So there's that scene at the writer you're going to see, but apparently that's not in the book. And again, the writer, and I understand maybe the context of the book, but I like what they're going for here, where it's like, no.
It's funny because I cut out. I was looking at the synopsis for the book, and they cut out something like what happens after this.
Well, that's the next movie.
I don't even remember what the second.
Yeah, the second movie is because again, this doesn't cover the full book. This covers like the first half, and the second, Neverending Story 2, is what happens after technically.
Does it follow the book though? Cause
I think so. I mean, it might have taken liberties, but yeah, that's been. I love this bit. Look at.
Because this is exactly what you would want to do. You would totally like, okay, I got a big dragon. Let's go. Exactly. This is exactly what he would do. So yeah, this part's not in the book. But again, I love the fact that the power of his dreams are so strong that he can bring...
I love that Falcor roar before he goes and does anything.
I know, I love it.
Eat the children.
Eat them.
Because at first, like, okay, is this real? But no, you see all the people on the street reacting
Yeah.
to it.
I'll show you, Dad. I don't need to keep my feet on the ground.
So, I was expecting him to say another name besides Moonchild, but is that really...
I guess it was mom's name, yeah.
Okay.
But look, I love the scale pattern under the fur.
I know, it's so good. Revenge!
Oh, synchronized that was. See, I love how Falcor is just a big... He's like your big best friend. Again, as a kid, that's who you want. Everyone wanted Falcor as their buddy. Like... Which I would not have. For a terrible sequel.
Turn around. Okay. Guess we're not doing this. I was ready.
Sing it!
No, not one of my songs.
Please, sing
do.
us off.
Listen, I'm not good as Lamal. Sorry to say it. Performed by Lamal. I don't know.
That's such a great song. Again, I know this song is a product of the movie, not the book, but if they do make another Neverending Story movie, I hope they do like an updated version of the song, or just do the song again, because
Can't have it. Can't have it without it.
exactly, it's just one of those things where it's so iconic and has become so associated with the Neverending Story that I feel you just kind of have to do it.
I don't
But-
remember this song at all, besides right now that I'm hearing it.
I love this song. But anyway, we'll let you guys listen to it in peace without us yapping over it. So thank you so much as always for listening, and we will catch you in the next one. Peace!
Peace.
Bye.